Previously on The Business.
We're talking all about the business of music and the business of idols. And we actually have a resident Ballz, if you want to say gentleman, on the line. And he is Justin Serrao. And he was also part of Idols, but for a very short period of time. He was in the top 33. Welcome to the show, Justin.
Hey, thanks, Kriya. How you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Awesome, thank you.
Cool. You're on the line with myself and Astrid. And like I said, we're talking the business of music. What is it like being an artist in South Africa's kind of music industry?
Well, being an artist in the music industry here, it has its ups and downs, I guess, like every business. But right now, it's pretty good. I think there's a lot of exciting new things happening. A lot of new venues are opening up for just live music, and older venues also are opening up and doing live music anyway. So for the gigging side of it, it's getting better. It's getting much better. I mean, also the Cape Town artists and the Durban artists are coming up to Joburg, and I mean, most of us are trying to help them out. And when we go down there, then they're going to help us out as well. So right now, we're in a good spot. I think there's exciting stuff that's going to be happening in the next few years.
And where's kind of the bigger industry? Is it in Cape Town or is it here in Johannesburg?
I think the biggest industry is in Joburg. I would guess so. There's more venues, there's more festivals and things that happen in Joburg, but also Cape Town, it's also two different industries. I mean, Cape Town has more of the dance industry, you know what I mean? They have a lot of those type of parties, but we have more of the rock and day festivals and stuff, although they've got those Kirstenbosch gardens and stuff. I think it's quite balanced, but I'd say Joburg, simply because I'm here, I see most of that, you know?
Yeah. And you keep mentioning festivals and events and things like that. And I noticed you don't really touch on actual music sales in terms of CDs and physical sales. Is that not a big thing here in South Africa?
You know, everybody's saying moving towards iTunes is the way, and that's what everybody's doing overseas. Yes, okay, they're doing that overseas, but right now in South Africa, not everybody has an iPhone, not everybody has an iTunes account. So that's also the thing. I mean, CD sales are still going. I mean, Look and Listen are still stocking all the CDs. You know, that the CD stores aren't closing down yet. So people are buying. I mean, a main thing for artists is selling a couple albums at the shows and stuff like that. But we don't really rely on the CD sales now anymore. It's more about like what you're getting for playing your gigs. I mean, selling units, it doesn't really make much. After all the deductions and stuff, you don't make a lot. But it's all more about live gigs. That's where you're making your money. So you find the big artists, like I can say Mikasa, that's probably the biggest artist in the country right now.
Yeah.
And, I mean, with that song Jigger of theirs, it's number one nationwide and in other countries. I mean, so they are relying on live shows. That's it. They're gigging twice a day. I think they're gigging 8 times a week, actually.
And in different countries and all around the world as well.
Yeah. When they get offered to do other shows, I mean, yeah, they do that. But mainly Africa. I think they're focusing on Africa at the moment, and then next year maybe they'll move on to the other countries. But yeah, CD sales are still alive in this country because I mean, you still love getting a CD, you know, buying it, looking at the album cover, reading the lyrics and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that CDs are still the thing.
And you mentioned all the deductions and things like that. How does it work with record labels? Because obviously, still 80% of the music, if you want to say maybe even more of that, is still going through your record labels that are marketing, selling, producing albums. What are the deductions that are involved in that? Because not many people know that.
There's lots of deductions, hey, and it's not as glamorous as you think. I mean, at the end of the day, the artist will make like of the final profit, like maybe like 18%.
Jeez.
So say an album sells for $100, it'll be like 40 rand for distribution, and it's covering the cost of the album. So at the end of the day, say that the record label makes about maybe 30, 40 rand off an album if it's selling at 100 rand, and then you make 18% of that.
Justin, it's Astrid here. How's it?
Hey, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good.
So we've been talking about the gigs, and you know, it's becoming clear that you've got to do these gigs. You've got to be on that gig circuit to make a living. How many gigs does an artist, a solo artist, need to do in a month in order to be able to call themselves a professional music artist and make a proper, decent living out of it?
Wow, okay, that's a tough question because there's different caliber of artists, obviously. So, I mean, you could get a super artist that can do like one show a month and then make that, $100,000 a show.
So the more well-known you are, you could do it out of one gig?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Not actually.
No.
But I reckon how relevant you are at the moment. That's it. I mean, if you look at previous Idols winners, they don't even make anything for shows. So it's not about how well you know, it's how relevant you are. So also, what show you put on and things like that. But going back to your question with how many gigs to become a pro, I think becoming a professional means that you're surviving off of your job, of your passion. I guess that would put you in a professional league. If you can survive, that's your thing. But I don't know, personally, me, I'd try and do at least 4 gigs a week. Also, like, I'm also on the other side of organizing events. So when I'm not playing, I'm also organizing events. But for a solo artist to be, I don't know, it depends on your caliber. It's a difficult thing to say. I can't speak for everybody. I can only really speak for myself.
Justin, what would you say to a youngster who has a dream to do this, to make a living out of this? We all hear stories, and we expect parents to go, no, you can't. You'll never make a living as an artist. What would your advice be to someone who's saying, I'm going to give it a go? Things have changed. I don't just have to rely on the CD sales anymore. We've heard about the kind of 18% ballpark margins on that kind of thing. So would you encourage them to go into the music industry in South Africa?
I would encourage anybody to try their luck. But you'll know if you actually have it. I mean, you'll know if you're messing yourself around. You'll realize that time if you really have what it takes, because it's not easy. It's really every single day. If you don't answer your phone when somebody phones you, then you're going to get the call. It's every single day pushing as hard as you can. If you don't have a label, you have to be an entire team of people. You have to be 10 people in one. So it's a crazy, crazy job. It's not just picking up the guitar or playing the piano and singing. It's like, first I would recommend is either study the music, go and study the music, or do professional lessons and really try hard at these things. But try your luck with competitions. The best thing you can do, like you guys did say earlier that I did enter Idols. Yeah, I did Idols. It was in 2011. I got up to the top 33. It was a good thing for me, but I wasn't experienced enough for that competition. Like I didn't have a plan. Like if I went into Idols again, I know you have to have a plan. You have to have have an album ready, have everything. You've got that time on Mnet. Nobody can buy that time. Nobody can buy that TV time. An hour on a Sunday. Nobody can buy that. So have a plan to attack Idols and do those type of things. It's the best thing I could recommend. And learning curve to work in front of a camera like that and try every single angle. There's no fixed path. I mean, it's right place at the right time type of thing. And hard work.
And Justin, what I'm hearing, a bit of a business approach. Hey, having a plan is about thinking about it as a business.
Yeah, you can't just be the rock star. That doesn't work. That's gone and done, man. That's not how it is anymore. So, well, in my opinion, it's not how it is. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there saying, "No, Justin, you're so wrong." Yeah, I'm standing here corrected. Please. Like, I'm not. No way is like the best professional or anything. I'm still trying here. You know what I'm saying?
All right, great. Well, thank you so much for chatting to us and giving us a little bit of an insight into the music industry and the business of music. We really appreciate it. And come visit us in studio sometime soon. I know it is a business show, but we'd still love to have you around.
Okay, cool. Thanks for the phone call.
Great. That was Justin Serrao. He took part in Idols, made it to the top 30, and now he's kind of doing it all on his own.
The Business. Weekdays 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on ballz.co.za. Brought to you by FNB Business Banking.